The ancient city is calling. Oh, arise, sons and daughters of the land. The king of the sea.
Hello, my people. Edo Pride family. You are welcome. Welcome to Edo Pride again. We are here live and direct.
Thank you so much, all our viewers. We are here today to talk about the events unfolding in our Edo State and our dear country, Nigeria. And we will, as much as we can, say it the way it is and the way we think. And that's what makes this channel unique. So I want to thank all of you for tuning in, and let's get it started. Thank you.
Welcome. Please, when you get in here, say hi to Area Mama and Oga Ugbe. See, the father of the house is here this week. Oh, hey.
Thank you.
We come, oh, message not finish. Oh, we are on sales now. Run. Please, when you get here, just say hi to Area Mama. We'll give you a shout back. Thank you for coming in. I just want to see some people here already. Okongai Osaigbovo, you are here. Please, when you get here, share the program so others can join and learn. You know, this is our learning class. Every weekend, Ogbe brings in a lot of colors for us to see and differentiate them. So please, I can see some people, but write something so that I will know you are there. I just want to take some time to say hi to my family. Wagbemiyo, we are live. We are going to start in a minute. Please share the program so others can join us. Okay. Thank you, Mr. Ugbe. How has it been?
Well, again, it's been okay here. It's been well. I want to again thank all our viewers. The weather has been extremely bad, but at least it's getting better now. So,
hey, Mama is here. Mama, see Papa of the house. So, good Edo Pride. Good evening to you. Welcome, Joy Asemuta. Mama Joy Asemuta. Welcome. Please share the program, and when you are here, just give me a shout. I'll shout back.
Yeah.
So, Ogasa, we have so many topics trending, and Mr. Ogba.
Okay. Thank you so much, madam. I appreciate your coming over here. Thank you. We appreciate it.
We have a lot of topics that you want to hammer on. You can jump in right in. You want to talk about INEC and local government suspension? Why have they not resumed? Why have they not called them back? The kangaroo suspension and then the constitution of the Federal Republic.
Let me jump into these our institutions, because when we speak here, we are speaking truth to power. Our institutions are not functioning. We all know that there's a state capture. Because there's state capture, that is why things are happening the way they are. In Nigeria is just like it's like a movie, and if it is even a movie, we will say that probably the person who was writing that movie did not write properly. When you look at the way things are, because when you say we are in a democracy, this is a constitutional democracy, and in a constitutional democracy, the rule of law prevails. Today we have a governor in Edo State. Governor Monday OKPEBHOLO. And we have a deputy governor, Dennis Idahosa.
Yeah.
By the Constitution of Nigeria, which is the ground norm, when you win the election into another position, the one that you are already occupying, those seats will be declared vacant. We already know that Monday OKPEBHOLO was formerly a senator of the Federal Republic from Edo Central.
Yes, sir.
And Dennis Idahosa is a House of Rep member representing in I think Ovia Northeast and Ovia Southwest, something like that. So they won election. They are now governor and deputy governor, respectively. Therefore, INEC, they are supposed to resign their position, their old position, now that they are occupying a new one. Their remunerations were supposed to be stopped, effective immediately, so as to avoid what happened to Saraki some time ago when he was a governor, or when he left he was a governor. He also went to the Senate. So there will be no for proper accountability. So he will not be accused for getting two salaries consecutively within a certain period of time. So that having been done, that the seats of Dennis Idahosa and that of Monday OKPEBHOLO has been declared, they have resigned accordingly. INEC is supposed to tell Edo people, they should give us a timetable for a by-election into these offices. And that by-election will be that of Senator Monday OKPEBHOLO in Edo Central, and that of Dennis Idahosa. And as usual, what we all know is that the political parties, you cannot be an independent candidate. So the political parties will field their candidates and will be told when the elections are going to take place, and on and on and on.
Yes.
But today what we are seeing is something different, because this is where that state capture comes into place. Our constitution is constantly being observed in abeyance. We don't obey the rules and regulations because of these, in quote, strong men. Strong men. I can assure you that if it is someone that is in APP, if there's any political party called APP that occupies this position, and I tell you, INEC would have since announced that for this position, this is when elections will be held, by-elections will be held. So the question here is, why is INEC? Because INEC should stop playing or telling Nigerians that they are a wing of APC, Progressive Congress,
a political party.
Yes, this Agbero Progressive Congress. They should stop telling us that they are a wing of that party, or the electoral wing of that party. The rules are there. We have electoral reforms. They are there. We all know the rules. Even those of us that are not lawyers, we've read them. It does not need interpretation. So these rules are there. So why is INEC? INEC should start acting as a member of APC, aka Agbero Progressive Congress. So my take on this is that there's something is not right here. There's a reason why INEC is not announcing that.
Okay, so it's a problem, sir.
Yes, it is a problem.
It's a big problem. These seats are vacant.
Yes,
one question before you move on. Now the constituency now of these two guys are suffering. Who is taking care of the locals? These seats are vacant, but they haven't announced.
Yes, because of this strongman mentality and APC wanting to overrun the entire country, and they don't really care about the people, because the people that these two individuals are representing, they don't have representation at this moment in the Senate as well as the House of Representatives, respectively. So that's the reason why I'm saying that PDP as a political party or other political parties should begin to act as opposition. They should begin to put the feet of INEC to fire consistently in order to ensure that the right thing is done. Because we see anarchy everywhere. We see pandemonium everywhere. So when people leave their offices and there's supposed to be a by-election, and this by-election, they won election close to about 5 months ago. We are not saying that you should do election immediately, but there should be a timetable. Let people know that in 3 months' time, you begin to take, there'll be party primaries for these positions, and people get ready for the election itself. So I don't understand why INEC is not doing that. And on the other hand, PDP as a political party is not doing us favor in Edo State by not confronting INEC and telling INEC that, look, these seats have been declared vacant, therefore people should be allowed to, political parties should be allowed to nominate, or they are nominating, they are doing a primary elections, depends on the way their internal party democracy, how it works. So they do primaries, and whether it's direct or indirect primaries, so that way they can have the positions filled.
Okay.
But that not being done, that is not in tandem with the Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I will suggest that APC, Dr. Tony Azegbemi, if you peradventure you stumble across this video, I urge you to begin to put the feet of INEC to fire. That way they will be able to tell us, Edo people, that there will be a by-election on a certain day. We should have that schedule by now.
Okay.
So
Okay,
that is my take on that of INEC. On INEC, they should announce, tell Edo State people when that elections we hold.
Okay, sir. Thank you. Thank you. I see you people. I see you, Mama Joy. I see you already. Eric, you are not late. We just started. You didn't miss a lot. So Eric, you are going to be the emergency prefect today. Prefect is not around.
Eric, you're welcome.
Yeah. So please, I can see a lot of people here, but I don't see comments and I don't see likes. Lawo, we are over 40 already watching. Please,
so let me put my like on it there.
You know how I like to do a shout out. I like to acknowledge my lovers, all my lovelies. I like to, because a family meeting, so okay, maybe we hey, wadamo wako ya hey. Yage nesi o baba nesi obokia Victor edi oken wawe sinya ija Eric wagmeni ayoto yamarere we like you. So please write, and then I'll give you a shout out. Thank you for coming in. Thank you, and please remember to like and share the program so that many more will come in. Mama Joy is asking something here, or where maybe they are waiting for them because they will be jobless in a couple of months by God's grace. Is that possible? Before you take that question, PDP chieftains, PDP group, please, you are not doing enough as the opposition. You are not doing enough. You need to speak up now. Why are they not filling up that seat? If they have resigned officially, that seat shouldn't be left vacant. So you are not doing enough. Hey, Matana, PDP, wake up from slumber. Wake up, Agwaiwu. Wake up, Walawo. So I see you, Marvin Lawani. I greet you. Kakabo. Next year, weka. Salute. Let's keep going. We'll share the program and Wamoboye like. Ogasa. So please, can you take that question? They have officially resigned. How is it possible that when they now lose, because we know that they're going to lose at the tribunal? We know. When they now lose and then they are sent packing, how is it possible that they go back to that seat? Is it?
Yeah. It's just that I didn't want to make I didn't want to make insinuations. This is the point here. We are in a democracy. We should stop building a strong individual. That strong individual that we're trying to. No, instead, we should build our institutions. Because if our institutions are functioning properly and they are there for the purpose for which they were created, I don't think INEC will be looking, because INEC, they have a team of lawyers. So I'm one of those of that school of thought that said INEC should have consulted with their own lawyers before declaring the 2023 election that allowed Tinubu, because their lawyer should have advised them as to what is Abuja. Because the constitutions made it clear that you must win 2/3 of all states and Abuja. That's a conjunction. So that I need to have even consulted, because as at the constitution at that time, they would have needed their own internal lawyers to advise them as to, okay, do we hold on first? Do we interpret this within our own in-house before we now announce or not? Because this idea of go to court is just too common. And I want to say here that in so many countries across the world, when you say go to court, there are so many, the court itself, they have a mechanism. So when you go to court, there's what you call arbitration. It's not every time you have the opportunity to go and see a judge. When the court, they have so many clerks and so many other judges that are not, they have different grades of judges. They will come together and put the two parties together and say, listen, we don't want this case to go to the judge, but if you insist, you will go to the judge. But from what we are saying, you cannot take this case to a judge. So therefore, they give you the opportunity to sort yourselves out before going to the main judge. So this idea of Nigeria, every time INEC is saying, oh, go to court. Do you know this Edo election? By INEC regulations, by electoral laws and all that, INEC had within 7 days or 14 days to review their results by themselves and make amendments. They will be able to make changes and say, oh, this is what we thought, this is what we saw on that day. But unfortunately, after reviewing all the information that we have, they can say, okay, after reviewing it, this is the fact. And INEC cannot begin to hide their results. You conducted an election. It's not about going to court. You should be transparent about the elections. So this idea now that that's why I said they are beginning to act like they are like the electoral wing of APC. They are that if you want to do elections, you want to put people in certain places, you just go to INEC, talk to INEC, and INEC will do a dirty job. And after doing that dirty job, they tell you go to court. And sometimes they will fail to give you information that will enable you approach the court the way you are supposed to. So answering that question again directly, I will say that INEC is not functioning as an independent institution. If they are no direct yes or no. So they are not functioning as an independent institution. I am sure that certain individuals are prevailing on them. They want to ensure that there is court judgment first before they now give Edo people timetable. That's wrong.
All this interim, this window, there's nobody.
So the window is enough.
Suffers.
Yes, the window is enough.
In Nigeria, is not working.
Yeah. So the window, we have a big window here. So it is not like, because if we look at the case of Martin Samewule, I know the Supreme Court has spoken on that. And in any country, once the Supreme Court, once they speak, you have nowhere else to go except to cry to God. So in this case, I'm very sure that there are some certain individuals in high places that are telling INEC and say, hold on, please do not conduct elections. Don't give them timetable. So as if peradventure, but if they lose, you will be surprised that the Hausa will go back again to APC and say, I want my seat. They will say, I want my seat back because
they will say, resigning.
Resign.
So it was just a hearsay so that we can now leave them alone because they know that we were coming up with the news, resign, and they now said, oh, they have resigned officially, but there's no action.
Again,
I'm not filled.
You see, there's nothing APC cannot do. There's nothing.
Yeah, it does not exist what they cannot do. Yeah,
we saw Martin Samewule and his boys. They waved the APC flag and they said they've defected from PDP to APC. The next day or few, by the time they realize that what they've done is not it's not going to speak well for them, they decided to say, oh no, we didn't. What we all saw on the TV. See, that brings me to another thing that I want to I'll just throw this one quickly in to digress. When we saw Lai Mohammed in the era of Buhari, and he was lying to Nigerians, young kids are watching. Today, we have grand liars in APC. Look at the Edo State APC. They don't do anything. They will tell you we've done it. So I want to thank all. I want to thank this station. I want to thank you for the opportunity you have given us to a point to meet and talk. And I see other social media handles. They are all coming up. And otherwise, Nigeria has been captured, and there would have been no voice of dissent anymore. Because when you look at this TV station, for example, what they call it, TVC, that I call it Tinubu television station. Yeah, of course, that's what they are. TVC is owned by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. So when you look at those stations, people go there and they lie, and they don't even pay attention to say, oh, senator or whoever, this is what we saw, and let them know. The reason why CNN became a reputable cable network news and very popular across the whole world, the whole entire universe, is that there were people who came. They will show them their video and say, hey, on this day, this is what you said. Today, this is what you are saying. So who do we believe now? Is it the you of yesterday or the you of today? So if not for social media that are beginning to come up, people dig into the archives and brings us videos and stuff like that. I watched Eric Vaughan, one of his videos, says someone did not, they said as someone did not go to the palace, they moved another video and we saw it. So this is supposed to be the job of the mainstream media. But unfortunately, they've been stifled. They are scared to tell the truth. Instead, they echo lies. The lies of Lai Mohammed, the lies of APC chairman or APC people in Edo State. So, in a nutshell, Joy Asebota, my take is that there are some people in high places who are prevailing on INEC. That's why INEC is not telling the Edo State people that this is what the timetable looks like.
Okay.
So someone is playing the delay game.
Yes.
So that because I don't have facts. I don't have. When you see the Omosede Igbinedion quickly jumping ship
from PDP.
From PDP to APC. So there's a reason, because they have the opinion, or maybe someone may have told them that no matter what comes, rain, sunshine, OKPEBHOLO will be declared winner. Therefore, when you get here, you will go and line up to become a House of Rep member. Okay. I stop with that.
Well, sir. I see you all. We're booking a Crystal Visuals. Thank you so much. Thank God for social media space. Thank God for social media space have been exposing hidden truths that is unbiased, independent, and freedom of speech. There's social media. Why I got matter? Because we are not mainstream media. We are not paid. So we just pick up our phone or our computer and start to talk. So nobody is coercing. Nobody is pressurizing or telling us.
No license will be suspended.
Yeah, no license. We don't have license, so we are not there. We are not trained journalists. A passion we mark here. Out of passion, we took our computers and our smartphones and to start talking. Exactly. So thank God for us. Thank God for you guys too, who are all like our voice, our voices. You guys are also speaking up by watching and making your intention known. What we say. Antonia Jibola Baba Ubokia, where TVC is the worst TV station one can ever imagine. Oh, maybe Anointed Baby Obokia, thank you so much. Usma Goodness, thank you. Louis Sekato, Faith Yasa, I cite you. Eunice Arasoa, Marvin Lawani, Waya Bokia, Eric, Oya, do your prefect work. Oh, maybe network and it summarizes, it sums everything. Okay. When Nigeria cannot work under the Tinubu administration, in one word, that is it, sir. And when this is it. This
You
is
see,
this is it.
in America, in politicking in
Nothing is
America,
working. Nothing is
yeah,
working.
exactly.
This is
In
it.
politicking in America, they'll say spin. You put a spin on something. Unfortunately, Nigerian APC politicians do not understand that you don't spin everything. Okay, I'm gonna tell you something about one Dr. Oluwatoyin.
Yeah, let's be fast about that, sir.
Yeah. Okay. Dr. Oluwatoyin Sikirat. She's the Accountant General of Nigeria. When I listen to her, I come to understand that they are trying to whitewash the ordinary Nigerian, because it was talking about, addressing revenue leakages, and it was talking about an end to manual accounting. My point is, it's not about revenue leakages. This revenue, they are going to party stalwarts. Do you know that party and local government, see, you have a local government chairman. Do you know that all these political parties that have structure, they also have local government chairman of political parties? APC and PDP local government chairman, I'm not saying the local government chairman, the one that is elected, their own local government chairman of the party, they are paid. Where are all this money coming from? They come from somewhere. So when the Accountant General was talking about leakages, there's no leakages. For example, now we saw that IGRO in Edo State. We have spoken about it before in one of our videos here, that the IGRO has fallen. No. What happened actually is that is an informal way of servicing party chieftains. They know what they are doing. Exactly.
Untraceable. That's why he stopped all the EGOV. Yeah,
because if they use that POS that Obaseki gave to all those poor workers and all that. So the money goes directly. So, when that money goes into the government account, then you can now begin to say, okay, fine, where did it go hereafter? So, but if the money right there in the street, they divert it in the street, then you there's no way you can account for it. So let me not take time so you can
move. Okay, sir. Yeah. Okay. I wouldn't want you to waste time on this, but please, it has been a pressing question for Mama Joy Asemuta, because I was on Eric's platform, and there was a question that she raised, and I tried to answer it as to the best of my knowledge. She is coming up with this question again. So, where Mr. Ogbe, a question I can't know any, but I don't think she's clear. Mr. Ogbe, what is your take about AA party and the tribunal about not being included in the ballots? My answer to her was, I think it was pre-election matter or whatever. INEC cannot, INEC does not have the luxury of waiting for you to resolve your inner party whatever. So that was my own. But you now, please, in one
minute, thank you. And again, I went to that
out because
I'll quickly go to
play it. Yeah.
I went to Eric Vaughan's. I went to his page too, and I commented when I saw that video. See, that AA party, there.
Eric when a prefect.
Yeah, APC is they have so many tentacles. When in those days we were doing elementary biology, it says Hydra. Hydra is multi-headed. So Hydra, that Hydra. So it to go from one end to, it doesn't have like one special head. It's like an octopus. When octopus can use any part of its body to look for an exit, to look for any exit hole.
Like Amoeba.
Yeah, something like that. So that's what APC is. This AA, this Accord, I think it's Accord party also. That is something that we should not be happy about. In my own opinion, I think it's a pre-election matter and should not surge its head in the tribunal. Then secondly, I will not be surprised to see that Aswa Ighodalo, who filed for this suit, Aswa Ighodalo did not ask the tribunal for a rerun. Because he didn't want he didn't ask for a rerun. Therefore, APC could be using AA party to go and tell the tribunal that, okay, fine. Oh, you were not there. So therefore, what happens now? Are we going to do a rerun? Because otherwise, AA, you remember they had internal party problems.
Crisis.
One section of the party was not recognized. Then eventually the party that was recognized at that time, who contested the election, was now declared, their suit in the court was declared null and void. Therefore, the other party is coming up now to say, oh, we are now the authentic AA party. So what I think APC is trying to use them to do is to make them to, they are trying to use that to say there should be a rerun. So that is that hand of Maradona scoring that ball at that time. He says the hand of God. So AA is not something that we should celebrate. No. AA should go back because it's a pre-election matter, and they I mean, the train is not going to wait for AA. All these election matters and all that. They are sui generis. It's time bound. There are time that is allocated. Therefore, AA coming, that case should be dismissed for lack of merit. And it should not come to the tribunal. You people didn't take part in that election. And you are coming to the tribunal to do what? You were not part of the election. So whatever happened was internal. They had their internal party crisis. So AA could be the hand of APC asking for a re-election. And I pray that the court should tell them to go home and sleep. Yeah.
Let's see, Mama Joy, everyone, please, because that was another problem too. But I tried to, because I saw that it was status bed, and I answered it like that. But we needed to clarify from our Oga, say, okay, what's going to happen? So AA status bed, and I just think the judges will take it this way. Any about the damn APC, because Aswe did not ask for a rerun, but thank God. Thank God. I think we are all clear on this. Oh, wait, yes, I'm fine now. Good. Okay, so let's keep going, sir. On to the next topic. Move on quickly. Thank you. Thank you. If you are here, I have not called you. Okmome say no gay. Osasi Rabo, Waya Wabohian. Festus, Obasuyi, Obohian, IGB, Obohian, Wabohian. Okay, sir.
Yeah. The other matter that I want to talk about is the 2-month suspension, the purported suspension of local government chairman in Edo State. 2 months is over. So what is OKPEBHOLO telling us? What is Adaze Oori? What is he telling us? Because I remember he went across all mainstream media to tell us that, oh, they were not removed. They were suspended for 2 months. And after 2 months, so 2 months is over. So what happens next? Is this how we are going to play politics in Edo State? This politics of DISARRAY, you suspended local government chairman. In 60 days is a lot of time in the lifespan of a local government chairman. 4 years. 4 years is how many months? We have 12 months in a year. That'll be 12 times 4. So that's 48. So if we have 48 months, 2 months for investigation. So within that 2 months, what happened to the local council? Because the way the Nigerian constitution is crafted, we have 3 tiers of government. We have the federal government, we have the state government, and the local government. So if we really have local government autonomy, these people are more or less like another small emperors in their own domain, their own local government. We are beginning to see the rise of insecurity in our state, in different local government. If the local government chairmen are there and they are doing the job that the constitution allows them to do, I don't think we'll be able to see, they will be seeing this, headers farmers clash, people being, I mean, I don't want to use the word. So,
right.
Yeah. So
they are being unaligned.
Yeah. The way we are seeing it. So my point is, APC in Edo State, Oshomole should stop, because Oshomole is the governor of Edo State. We all know that. Oshomole should stop playing politics with the lives of Edo State people. This man, you have been the governor of Edo State and you have gone. That era is over. We cannot go back to 1999, the way Obasanjo played his politics, and we begin to play politics like that. No. And again, when you talk about security, security is not just about, it's not about the people only. We should begin to employ technology. And if Obaseki, I know that these people they are fighting so hard. It's like we are right now, the sun is shining here. It's like I'm trying to convince myself that it is dark outside. It's not going to work.
And everybody can see that it is sunny.
Yeah. So if we there's a fiber optical lines that have been laid across the 18 local government areas of Edo State. I mean, I was in Nigeria sometime, and someone was knocking on my door. When someone was knocking on my door, I picked up my phone and I asked the person. I was in Nigeria, so I was asking the person on the door, "How can I help you?" That's technology. I don't need to be physically present here. Intercom. Exactly. I was from Nigeria. I can open my car garage here in Canada. Technology. So when we see people being harassed, embarrassed the way they are doing it, and we are still, APC, they should please, I beg them not to take us back to another 100 years backward.
But we are already back.
I understand that when you begin to carry files from New Benin to Kyosa, so in the process, the files can get missing on the road. We've passed that time, that era. They should not take us back. This local government chairman, they have been suspended for 2 months. 2 months is over. Then what next? I understand that they are in court. Call this local government chairman, bring them together. You have to work with them. That's the beauty of democracy. So I will just, that's what I will have to say about the local government. Because when you are looking for food for the Adazemata, the Afegboa, and so many others, on and on and on and on, then you won't have money to fix Edo State. And that brings me to where you go ahead, and there's another topic I want to talk about.
Yeah, I want to quickly marry this quickly, just shortly. Rivers right now, there was a Supreme Court judgment that came yesterday. They are all jubilating. The local government council body, I think the Supreme Court has given their order that they should not receive the allocation, and so they are all happy. So I wanted to ask now, marrying them, this kangaroo local government council chairman council Emonde Muri, where is the funds? We haven't heard about it. Was it held back? Because the last we heard is they couldn't access the money in the bank because the recognized chairmen have been suspended. So nobody can access that money. So they went to court. So we didn't hear anything about Edo. But right now, we just heard about the Supreme Court for Rivers. I don't know if you are in tune with that.
Yeah, I'm in tune. Even the Supreme Court judgment, I saw on the TV yesterday. Chidi Lloyd. I follow politics. I saw Chidi Lloyd. Chidi Lloyd was trying to reinterpret the Supreme Court judgment. You don't do that. The Supreme Court has given a judgment. What Chidi Lloyd was saying is that because Martins Amewule and his other people have been restored, therefore, you see how he's trying to infer now that therefore all laws that was made by the Martins Amewule-led assembly, they are valid. It was Martins Amewule and his people that made that law that says that they extended the tenure of the local government chairman of Rivers State. Therefore, Chidi Lloyd, remains the chairman of the local government. They see when you see the way these individuals, and unfortunately, Chidi Lloyd is a lawyer. So it's just a matter of time before we hit that roadblock. The way we are trying to celebrate individuals. When people go to the National Assembly and says, "On your mandate we shall stand," when you are supposed to be singing the national anthem, you are singing on your mandate. APC is a political party that if there are ways I know they are trying to force themselves on Nigerians. If elections were to be held and counted, actually, APC will not win elections in Nigeria. So if we look at that, the last time I heard about that of Edo State, what they were saying about Edo State was that it was the same woman, Oluwatoyin Sikira, who was threatening to withhold the revenue allocation for local government in Edo State. That was the accountant general. There were instructions that was given. And again, it could be another thing because it's APC from head to toe, top to bottom. So what if this money has been given to them without we knowing? Surreptitiously. We don't know.
Oh my goodness.
So, because when I don't understand the money that was earmarked, according to Oshomola, it says there will be no earmark, it will be IMAC. What we saw with the vehicles that are being bought back and forth, I don't know where that money, if the money was actually in that budget, the way they are doing it. And again, what's the name of the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly? That individual, I don't. He does know. I mean, maybe down the road, that's someone that should be, the people should come together and vote that individual out, because the Speaker of Edo State House of Assembly does not want being a representative of any constituency in Edo State. He's too docile. He's too docile. Most likely, the money he has been given made him to be very docile.
Yeah. So he wants to do the bidding so that they don't take him out of there.
But he has forgotten that he has a tenure of 4 years. The worst that could happen is that yes, it could be removed as whatever, but he cannot be told to go home unless his constituency recalls him back. So he's too docile. So when we have a PDP house, they should be able to tell this governor. I mean, the purpose of opposition is not to impede governance, but to work together. In working together, there should be ethics. There should be code of conduct. People should do things accordingly, the right way. So I think on paper, the local government allocation to Edo State, there should be no local government allocation to Edo State for now. Same way they were threatening that of Rivers.
And they brought it, it came to pass. Yes. The Supreme Court has passed a judgment. Yes. So we want that one to happen too in Edo State.
In Edo State.
Okay.
And you remember, I said on this program one day, I used Saddam Hussein as an example. I said Saddam Hussein, when he was these people are all dictators. They claim to be Democrat. They are not Democrat. They are dictators.
No, they are
when
not.
Saddam Hussein, his in-law stepped, over his bounds, he was executed. So that's Saddam Hussein's in-law. He stepped over his bound and he was executed. I said that Tinubu should have used OKPEBHOLO as an example to tell Nigerians that they are serious about this local government. That's why that same Hydra is rearing its ugly head in Osun State. Because the moment OKPEBHOLO in Edo State, you are using some tricks. So Oshomola is dancing around to say, it's PDP versus PDP, where you have one council councillor, one councillor is impeaching councillors more than everybody. The council chairman. So when you have that, so another state is going to come with something. So I think Tinubu should use OKPEBHOLO as an example to let him understand that he is serious over local government autonomy in Nigeria.
Okay.
Don't give them that allocation, be it in Edo State, be it in Rivers, be it in Osun, it doesn't matter. Don't give them that allocation. Ensure that there is local government autonomy and let local government begin to function for the purpose for which they were created for.
Thank you. Thank you, sir. And I'm Maria asking, Abokia, we are a lot here, please. If you guys can do me a favor and like the show. And I'm asking where I'm tired of commenting. What is the way forward? You know, this is frustration coming from APC, and I don't blame. Are you a lady or a man? Because I don't. The name doesn't. I don't know if it's. I don't want to address you wrongly.
Again, Anna Maria. That should.
What is the way forward?
Okay, I think the way forward, first of all, is that we should begin to look into individuals. Like I have said it often and often, I'm not a PDP member, I'm not an APC member. I speak it the way it is. When you look at people with capacity, I don't see any. We don't have political parties in Nigeria because there are some certain things there. So there are ways you will understand that this is a political party. Any organization that calls themselves a political party, irrespective of the acronym, that is devoid of ideas and philosophy, that is not a political party. It's just some group of people that come together and they just do anything they want to do. When you look at the political parties in Nigeria today, irrespective of their acronym, they are not qualified to be called political parties. So I personally, decided, and my organization, which is Edo
Concerned Edo Citizens,
Concerned Edo Citizen, we adopted it that we want to support Aswan Ighodalo after due deliberation. We were not paid. We spent our money to ensure, to campaign for Aswan Ighodalo. The reason is because we want a state, a progressive state, that state that will move forward, that state that you and I will be happy to go back to and say, oh, we are home. I mean, so the way forward is we should not give up, because if there's any election today, we should rally our people, because the moment you just say you are boycotting an election, whoever is left behind, it's like in Olympics. You remember that lady, that Italian boxer? She said the Algerian boxer was a male. Quote. So when they got to the ring, it was one punch, and she just said she's not going to fight anymore. She withdrew. So if you stay back, exactly. So if you don't take part in a race, how do you know if you are going to come up first, second, third, or?
And that's what APC is praying for, anyways.
Exactly.
So, yeah,
so
voters party.
The way forward is for us to begin to identify individuals who have capacity, not morons. Individuals who have capacity that can begin to change the narrative in our political space.
We'll see.
That's my way forward.
Anna Mariaski, did you hear a past speak? Or when Allah give up. When you give up, then you don't have any voice. Yeah, I keep saying it. It's very daunting, though. You go and stay under the sun, under the rain. You try your best to vote. At the end of the day, your vote don't count. So people get very. They get no urge anymore. You just kill their urge. You kill their joy when you do that. So many people now, voters are party. But it's not going to help us, because they really want to, there's just tighten that voice of dissent. Our motor. Just make sure that we don't speak. They want to stifle us. Yeah, they want to stifle us. So we shouldn't let them. We shouldn't let all they are doing. Now, Tinubu's administration is the worst. Imagine Buhari administration. Tinubu's administration is the worst. If Buhari made the total, now they mere where, let the person who let the people's vote count. Of it them, But in Tinubu's administration, there's no room for any other person. So let's talk about Nigeria. Thank you so much. Anthony Ajibola is saying something here. Where Edo State House of Assembly Speaker Blessing Agbebaku and his HOS attorney Okungbowa are for me the biggest disappointment in all that has happened so far. Utaene Kakabo. Let's talk about Nigeria, where we must continue to push forward. That's what you believe, and I think that's the truth. Because if we give up, that is the end. That's what they want anyways. give up so that they can just, if we had not come out, can you just take this 1 minute, sir? This present election, not the past one, now no tribunal, as an example, take it as a case study. If we had not come out en masse to vote for Aswe, we wouldn't be in the tribunal today claiming we let all eyes on the judiciary. It's the only reason that we are still speaking right now is because we came out. We know that our voice did not count, but we did come out, and evidence is there. There is evidence to show that we came out. We voted massively for Aswe. So if you now say, oh, it's going to be easy for them on your way, own goal, must score.
Exactly.
So you should not give up.
Yeah. And talking about Nigeria, you know, was it yesterday or 2 days ago that the appropriation bill of Tinubu was passed into law? I'm not going to talk about. I'm not going to talk too much about it. Yeah. No, officially, I think he signed it. So there's something I want to say. Tinubu was bold in his I wouldn't call it sarcasm. Maybe it was very bold to speak that there's more money. Now there's more money. So when I heard that, I want to tell all that are listening to me today that there is more money, but with less value. And I heard Akpabio say they made history, that this is the highest appropriation in the history of Nigeria since 1960. But if you take that same appropriation and value it in dollars, because when we are saying it now, it's this trillion. Remember, when I left Nigeria, the naira was 1 naira, it was $1 to 10 naira. $1 give you 10. So in $100, $100 was 1,000 naira. It was 100 naira to 1,000 naira was $100. 1,000 was today. That same 1,000 naira is what? It's about 1.2 million. No, sorry, it's not 1.2.
In pounds or in
it's about 1. US dollars. It's about 1.7. About 1.7. Okay, about 1. So that same 1,000, that 1,000 naira can buy at that time, is now 1.7 million.
Yes.
My uncle bought a Volkswagen Beetles. They had 3 types of Beetles for those people who are about my age. There's Volkswagen Beetles 1,200 cc. There was Volkswagen Beetles 1,300 cc and 1,500 cc. My uncle bought the top notch 1,500 cc, and it was 800 naira, brand new, not used, from J. Allen in Benin City.
Can you believe this?
800 naira. So when you look at the purchasing power, what I'm trying to say here is the purchasing power of the naira at that time.
Oh, that time was high.
Yes. So when you look at these trillions they are appropriating today, what is the purchasing power of those trillions?
It's very small. Very
so
low.
When I see the spin that this government in Nigeria, they try to make some people look stupid. Everybody cannot be stupid. For that individual who don't understand economics, we're talking about purchasing power. Somebody told me, said a bottle of stout in Nigeria is about 1,500 naira for one bottle. That's what used to be.
That's his salary.
Yeah, that used to be about 250 naira, something like that. So you see, this money is big. You carry this money. You know, one day I was having me and my wife were just talking. My wife and I were talking, and she was saying she watched a documentary on something that somebody wants to go and buy a cup of coffee. They were using a wheelbarrow to roll the currency. You have the currency so much. So it's not how much. It's not the unit of the money that matters. Like Tinubu is trying to make everybody look foolish. It's not me having 1,000 naira. It's not me having 1 million or 10 million. The question is,
What can he purchase?
Thank you.
Purchasing power. Ota during his Bala Blue campaign, or where I will reduce the purchasing power of the people. Ota. And now where it's just Bala Blue Bulaba. But exactly what we are going through now. Oh, I was sent especially in London. You guys can attest to this. You send 1,000 pounds. No, 100 pounds every 1,000. Ego sakwa. Where the area key.
Thank you. That's where the problem is. That's the problem they are having with the Radisson Blue, where they are saying Obaseki is corrupt. Obaseki is not corrupt because as at that time, look at what the purchasing power. Because when you are buying things from outside of Nigeria, most of these things we don't manufacture them. So when you are buying these things and you are bringing them into our country, then you have to spend a lot. Especially when it comes to government, when you appropriate. For example, you appropriated, let's look at figures that we can easily relate to. You appropriated maybe 10,000 naira. So that 10,000 naira, maybe a bag of cement at that time was 2,000 naira.
1,500.
And you know government is slow like tortoise. So by the time you now say this, you pay the contractors and they want to start this job, the naira has been depreciated and they go to the market. Cement has moved from 3,000 naira, it has moved to 10,000 naira. Then who now covers the shortfall?
Okay.
APC should be honest. Yeah, they should be honest with every one of us. We are in Nigeria, we have brothers, sisters also. Therefore, we should learn to tell ourselves the truth.
Yes. Let's talk about Nigeria. Waiting a day, Suzuki, brand new, 120 naira.
That's true. No, that's true. Yeah. 120 naira. And it's brand, that I can assure you that Suzuki was brand new. Yes.
Yeah, we receive you go back and my mom was a teacher. Always 16 naira. We is a deliver wife. And that 16 naira we take her through the 30 days.
Oh yes.
And I did
yes. Because the naira at that time had
powerful.
Yeah, the purchasing power. It can buy a lot. But today, you go and you have 10. If you have 1 million, you don't have anything. When a bag of rice is over 100,000 naira. So so we look at it. Suzuki 120 naira. Now a bag of rice is over 120,000.
Suzuki from Japan direct.
Yes. So that's the Nigeria. So when you go this APC government, I think that Buhari is a better president than this Bala Blue
Tinubu and his goons, they don't even know the value of money. They just believe it. Wow, what a trillion, billion.
No.
Problem is inflation. Our purchasing power is compared to the dollar is like this. There's no, in fact, they are parallel lines.
Yes.
EST meet. So we will continue to suffer until this is rectified. And in Tinubu's camp, there are economists. I don't know why all of them are sleeping. Or they all have they just say yes to Tinubu. Yes, sir. Oh, Magba, our purchasing power is too low. You give me Smith. Even if low to Ederio. Smith is it not 12,000 and 11 for Smith?
Yeah.
When I started that place, Smith was 1,500. Now it's 12,000.
Exactly.
I don't even do the flooring. Yeah.
I think this is my own theory. Yeah, maybe they may call it conspiracy theory. I think the whole idea is this: make the people poor, reduce the purchasing power of the naira. So once you make people poor, they come to you, they will kneel down, and they will be asking you for money.
They'll be eating
crumbs on your mandate. I think it is deliberate that this government, when you even look at Edo State now, look at what they are doing. The whole idea is to make these people, make them poor. When they are poor, they don't have a choice. Whatever we give them, they will take it. I think that's the whole idea. Otherwise, I don't see the reason why we have been consistently devaluing our currency. Because if Buhari told us that part of the reason why the naira was being devalued, even MI Sanusi, Lamido Sanusi, he told us that there are some people, they go to the Fed, to a central bank, they buy dollar under the auspices of they are going to import one thing or the other. Once they buy this dollar, they don't take this money abroad. They go to Bureau de Change, sell it, and make tons of money.
Okay.
When you say policy, we have policy and we have the willpower. So what all our politicians are making Nigerians, the entire Nigerians, to suffer because they lack the willpower. So these are things that they can come up, policies can deal with issues like that.
Okay.
So when you look at the plethora of reasons why they gave, when you have a government that have capacity, have willpower, they will be able to deal with all these things without devaluing the currency.
You see, so this is deliberate.
Yes. Yeah, that's what I think. I'm very convinced it's deliberate.
This is deliberate.
They're doing it on purpose. Yeah.
Yes. USA, sir. USA. Thank you so much, guys. You have any question? We're moving on quickly. We don't want to stay too long, sir. I don't know how many of your topics you've trashed. What's the next?
Yes, the last one that I have here is the politics of infrastructure by APC.
Okay. Hey, Omaga Noba. Oh, where in? Is there any question? Let me see. Oh, Anna Maria asking. Ma Sevaniba. Oh, wait, in less than 72 hours is the court verdict. So let's see if the judiciary will be honorable. Wow. Okay. Anyways, God do not dwell on hearsay. So Omaga Noba. Oh, where? Edo line buses, because at the video of Edo line is still in shambles, except the side in Obaseki Nora move monkey, because Edo line is owing so much, and this thing I think it came from Igbinedion's time, Lucky to Shomole, inherited debts. So Amasa TPA, it's not in motion. But APC came on now. On a Delhi moto. Eke no when the moto ni rajo me buwe mama. And where are the cards? Do you want to speak to that effect, sir?
Yeah, I want to speak to that. But before then, you see, it's still part of that infrastructure, the politics of infrastructure. If this is how APC intends to rule Nigeria, it is very wrong.
Propaganda.
Because when you have people who are not qualified and you put them in power, this is what we get. I remember when Jonathan was the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, there were so many federal projects that we saw in our Edo State. I saw it. Then came Oshomole, and that time it was Oshomole. Then we now see Buhari. Buhari came on national TV and told Nigerians that if you do any federal road in your state, he will not what? Pay.
Okay.
He said he will not pay. Now we saw Obaseki leaving some areas of these are federal roads, they were left behind, and on and on and on. Some people, they said, oh, should have attempted to fix it, whatever it is. But we know that Buhari, he didn't say Edo State, he said across the entire country. But if you look at it, Buhari went to Daura saying that he has improved the infrastructure of Nigeria. Like constructing new roads, fixing existing ones, train railroad tracks and all that. But in Edo State, we didn't see anything. Okay, now OKPEBHOLO became the governor of Edo State. Hurriedly, David Umahi quickly came and started fixing federal roads in Edo State. So if this is an attempt to rally people around APC, that is wrong politics. Because when you say federal government, like I said earlier, you have the federal government, they have their responsibility in a federation. The state government, they have their responsibility in a federation. The local government, they have their responsibility in a federation. That's why you see 3 tiers of government.
Yes.
So this idea that only states that belong to, that have governors that is in accordance with the one in the central, those are the ones that will begin to see job done, federal road or federal infrastructure done. That is wrong politicking. It's unacceptable. And it should never be thought of. That is so bad of APC. Because you now go to a state where you have APC governors, you begin to work in those areas. And this is a federal, I mean, where is the money coming from? Okay. I understand that we are not a true federation. We have this 13% derivative. That is where the money is coming from. Oil, which is the main source of our economy. You give them 13% back, the other one goes. Okay, so when that money comes to the federal government, why should you use it in some certain states and you will deny some states of that money? And these are your own projects. I see so many people in our political space, in social media and all that. They really don't understand what governance is all about. They have no idea what governance is all about, because they don't understand what the duty of federal government in our state, the duty of state government in our state, the duty of local government in our state, the duties of traditional rulers in our state. So we should begin to understand this. Why we should begin to interrogate them. Let people understand that this job is for this person. If you are in a house, for example, maybe there is a photograph, you hang it on the wall, it's far. You don't tell your wife to go on and be hanging photograph up there and all that. That is the responsibility of the man. These jobs you separate them and everybody will understand that this is my job. That is how that federal government, that's how it should be done. The idea that David Umahi is running, is doing Auchi, is in their budget. And if OKPEBHOLO never came, that Bini
Auchi road never have been done.
Yes, it's going to Kogi State. So that road will not be touched.
So everything wrong. Is politics. It doesn't matter.
Exactly. Yeah, that's wrong politics.
It has to be along political lines.
So this idea of, if you have, it's wrong. APC, I said it so many times, I'll say it again. If Nigerians don't reject APC 100%, APC will kill Nigeria. Back to our state, Edo State. You see, like I said, OKPEBHOLO is not even qualified to be a local government chairman. I doubt if he can even be a good councillor. You bought buses. If you bought these buses, let me explain something here. I had a friend in 2005. He was one of the local government chairmen. So when I visited Nigeria, it's a point of digression, but I know that's exactly what they are doing. So when I went to visit him, he said he has an EFCC case. So I went with him to the court. The court was located very close to that hospital, Central Hospital. At that time, the court was very dilapidated. We sat down. I said, "This is the court." He said, "Yeah, this is the court." I said, "Wow, this is a court here in Nigeria." I said, "Yeah, okay." That was around 2005, 2007. Okay, we sat down. And I listened to the deliberations. Buying vehicles by politicians in Nigeria, this is what they do. If the vehicle is 10 million naira, vehicle that you can go to Saple Road and buy for 10 million, politicians will tell you they bought it for 60 million. This is what I saw. Well, EFCC, they were, that time at least, they were still more. EFCC, they were prosecuting him over vehicles that he bought at that time. And if you look at it, the street value and what he said he bought the vehicles with, they were too, it's like maybe these vehicles were not bought in Nigeria. So all the money, when you look at the books, what they declare that they spent on these vehicles, you will be amazed. I say, what?
Exactly. Okay.
So that's number one out of it. Because OKPEBHOLO does not understand what it takes to establish a business. You are calling it a do line. If he had called it another name, I would say maybe it's a new, when people file bankruptcy, if it's an incorporated entity, you now go and come out with something different. I understand that organization had a lot of money you were owing. And
Edo
Line. By buying those vehicles, it's not only that. Logistics. I run a logistical company here. So if you take that vehicle from Benin to Ekpoma and it's going to come back tomorrow, where is that driver going to park that vehicle?
Buying of buses should have been the last on the list.
Thank you. So there were so many
things
that this man, yeah, exactly. So a whole lot that he would have done. One time I took pain to ask these Edegbe people. These the private bus companies, they go to the other part of the country where the buses are going to be laying over. They will now go there and make sure they make arrangements are already made. So once all these arrangements are made, buses are the very last thing that he will buy. But unfortunately, he chose that because he wants money. So it was purely done in order to mop up cash. They want to mop up cash, not what OKPEBHOLO is saying. So he's mopping up cash.
They are harvesting before the court remove them.
Yes, they are mopping up cash for a reason. Yes. So those infrastructural, what they are talking about, these people have no idea about governance. They don't know what to do. They are just running back and forth, just running like a chicken with no head. That's when they cut off the head of the chicken, you don't know the direction it's going to go. Today is here, next day is there. They just run around the state, and it's very, very unfortunate.
Headless chicken. Yeah. They have no business being in government. No. They have no business. Monday or Monday, did Monday ever pass any bill when he was in the Senate?
No, not the one that I know of. Not the one I know of. There's another person it's not a topic. I want to make someone. What's Obaseki doing with security vote? Security vote. What's Obaseki doing with security vote? Security vote.
He said, "Yamowaso begeni, Yamowaso."
Oh, you said
that boy. Mama Joy, Ajibola be debay. Mana imwiko bala baba. La like security vote. Okay, Yanne security vote. Okay, lo ya kawo kan security vote. He said, "Yamugegbe okay no diakewe."
So what is going on in our state? Look at the security situation.
So
and
when
this man invested into security. Obaseki invested into security. They are fighting their own shadows. You went to Victor Wifo, who's a creative hub. You are trying to denigrate the man who built where you guys are sitting and talking from. I would say Obaseki for president. That's my
I know. There was a day I think they went for debates, right? Today, we have not heard that from the choir master.
No.
Amagi honey, amagi security vote. Baba. Voice me. What happened to security vote? They have no business being there.
Sometimes we begin to know them. It's just
about human beings.
Just a matter of fact, a matter of time we begin to know them. This is Zeyamu, who was chief of staff to Lucky at that time. This is a man who came from Igbo Dodo. He came from Orion local government. Orion local government does not have a bank.
Am I aware?
No bank in Orion local government.
They have no idea. They have no business in there. Yeah,
they are in politics in order to aggrandize themselves. For self-aggrandizement. And other than that, they are not interested
and the person in the who people. Came and gave us his life like Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're not interested in the people. They are interested in how full their pocket is. Yeah.
They have no business being this.
No, they don't have business with politics.
They have no business. My people, una well done. Why I say you are just engaging us. Thank you so much. Have you liked? Oh, I'm a part in Wama understand, Mr. But there now catch amo. Catch amo is for sales now. When he goes out of sale, catch him. Ask him that question. Put it on the comment section. I will bring it up. Ask him, because I love that question that Mama Joy asked just now. Very good, because you need to clear your mind. These people have no business at all.
No, they don't have any business in government.
Yeah, Edo is in a state of, I would say, anarchy.
Yes, it is.
The other day, I showed it on my program. I don't know. Have you exhausted your topics?
Yes, for my topics, I'm done. I can add one thing, but
so I think we still have 15 to 20 minutes to talk.
Okay.
So the other day, Ebo Stone or Ebo Agbero, whatever his name is, he started. He went to where sex workers do get their daily work and money, and then he started making a video of them, showing their faces and all of that. I came out strongly against it. And people with brains too have also, like, what is this? Rejected that kind of video. Why must you show their faces? And secondly, on whose capacity are you doing this now? Are you the task force? The task force now? Mama, hear your job description. Agbero work amunwe. Right now, you are now arresting and confiscating stuff. You are now showing the faces of these people, which you are not supposed to, because we know what is privacy issues. You're not supposed to breach that confidentiality, that privacy. At least do have a show, where me. So, Baba, do you have anything to say to that effect? It was very
to govern. Yeah, to govern is not a joke. That is why you have 4 years. It's like having Christmas. If you are going for Christmas, for example, someone says, okay, I'm going to have a vacation for Christmas or whatever. You have 12 months to prepare. If I want to be the governor of Edo State in the next election, I have to start getting myself ready. So now, what we see here is people who were declared, who were put in government by error. People who never anticipated that they would be where they are today. So first of all, it's like, okay, what do I do now? Okay, all right, you know what? Let me start with road. Let me do this. Let me do that. Do you even have people that are advising you? Do you have lawyers that will tell you, before this money, you take this money from here, this is how you go about it? People who will lecture you. And within that same period, when after they were declared, unfortunately declared to be, or adjourned to be winner of the election, they had time to sit and think about what to do. But unfortunately, because of the kind of people that they are, it's like that child who's not interested in reading. Tear the child's head, put books inside. You are wasting your time. So these people were not ready. First of all, when you talk about Ebo, whatever, I don't know his name, and I don't even want to know his name. Yeah, I'm not interested in knowing his name. Okay, now, you said a word. Under what capacity does he function?
On whose capacity? Yeah.
You see, when you look at the structure of the state, the structure of the country, there's a structure that is supposed to be in place. You even have NDLEA. Once upon a time, I had some people were smoking some certain things around my residence and all that. Okay, if I want to make a report, I go to NDLEA, Opasakmomba. We know where the office is. I don't know if you know. I know where the office is there at Opasakmomba there.
Is it new?
No, they've been there for a long time.
Oh.
Yeah, NDLEA. Oh. Yeah, when you go into Opa, you go past Iridiawa, you keep going. Their office is on the left-hand side. I went over there. I saw some couple of Yoruba people over there, by tribe. So I spoke with them extensively. So they told me, if this is what you want to do, this is the process. So I don't understand how an individual is now enforcing the job. Okay, now we have NDLEA, we have SSS, SSS, SS, we have police, we have all these government paraphernalia of agencies that you can use to do a certain thing. How comes if you are in court, you are the one to stop people from going to court, you are the one to arrest people, you are the one to arrest people for drug, you are the one to stop, you are everything.
Tow cars?
Yes, you are the one to tow cars, you are the one to take, where does that happen? Except in the Edo State of OKPEBHOLO.
School not be scam, oh.
No, it is not.
School not be scam.
It's only the Edo State of OKPEBHOLO. Because there are some certain duties that even they said, I don't know what job they have given to him.
I don't know his job.
I think until
I just know that he's supposed to be towing cars and beating up people. Although the profile has expanded.
Yeah. If lawyers in Edo State, for those who are doing some humanitarian work, I appeal to you that look at the cases of this individual and take some of these cases on a pro bono. Take this individual to court. We understand that at the stage he might have some muscles, but by the time we begin to go into appeal, go into Supreme and all that, I don't think. And again, that time this administration might be over, so that he will atone for his sins. Because this is the only way that this person can be taken care of. Lawyers in Edo, rise up. Take some of these cases on a pro bono. Vehicles are towed when they are not supposed to be towed.
Very soon, we're having it on our head. Because
standard operational procedures. They say they are sex workers, allegedly. Therefore, the photograph should have been, there's what you call silhouette. There should have been a silhouette on them. Because if you cannot prove that they are sex workers and you go and expose their face, you destroy their image and many more.
Yes, I was taken aback, sir.
Yeah.
Very concerning.
Whoever that individual is, they are alleging that these people are what? They are sex workers. It's an allegation. It has not been proven yet. And
you have a way hard drugs. You have a hard drug back.
I mean, even if I'm against any kind of drug.
But are they in the position to do it?
The point is this: you have to conduct your investigation. Because some of these things are very difficult to prove in a court of law. That is why in this part of the world where we are in, if the investigation is going on, if there's a covert operation is going on, that security personnel will be embedded with those people who are dealing in the same substance.
Okay, we'll see.
So when they are embedded with the people doing the substance, then at the point of exchange, eventually they make an arrest. Sometimes the cameras are there. Then it will be difficult for them in the court of law to say no. But if you are arresting these people so that you can collect 10,000 naira from them and leave them after beating them and humiliating them because you feel that these people, they are the lowest of the low in our society, it is unacceptable. That's why I'm asking that lawyers should be able to take some of these cases on a pro bono. Please, lawyers in Edo, and I'm appealing that they should lawyers have to do this so that this man does not destroy our nightlife. Because where I live, I've been to so many times. You go, especially at night, you want to go out there and you want to eat something at night.
Suya, river, going to clubs and no stuff like that.
Especially in the GRA, you go there, and for example, most of these places they have live bands around.
Yes,
you
go and enjoy yourself. So it's not about sex worker, it's not just that one.
You see live band there, you see people display their talent. I've seen people displaying their talent. They stand on top of the chair and so many other stuff like that. So it's not. It's not a red. I don't think if they say it's a red light district, it's an allegation. They go to court and prove it. But if it is for the purpose of collecting 10,000, 20, or 100,000 from these individuals, I think that is wrong. That is wrong.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, my people. We're getting a lot from Mr. Ogbe. Thank you. We're 110 here. I see 50 likes. Maybe liking it. Mr. Ogbe, did you like?
Yes, I did. I did. Yeah. I have it here. I liked it here. Yeah, I have.
Oh my goodness! Somebody is asking a very concerning question. It's on the screen.
Okay. So yes, what happened to the sacked images? Okay.
You have any thoughts?
Yes. This is what I'm going to say. Raf OJ.
Raf OJ.
Raf OJ.
OJ. Yeah.
Okay. Raf OJ. We are going to answer these questions together, but I'm going to lay background. Okay. I'm going to lay a very, very solid background. Okay. And I'm going to go backward. But before I go backward, I will say one thing. Here in Canada and America, we have the Inuit, Ojibwe, just name them. Those are the original indigenes of this land.
First Nations.
So, First Nation. So, when the British came and the French came, they entered into an agreement. And that agreement was that there were certain areas that were going to be designated as their own. So when they entered into that agreement, then the government of the US and Canada today, they respect those areas.
How are you? Tomorrow, they don't pay tax. They don't pay tax on what we pay tax.
So they entered into what? An agreement.
Yes.
In those areas, they left it like that. Fine. Here, they don't even pay taxes on alcohol and so many things.
Yeah, the First Nations. Yeah, they are exempted from a lot of taxes.
At that same time, we were having our Oyo Empire. We were having our Benin Empire. We're having our King Jaja of Opobo. We're having Nana of Ishekiri. We're having the Sadana of Sokoto. We were having the Sokoto Caliphate. We had the Kane Bono Empire. I'm laying background to answer your question. So, when the British came, it suffices to mention today that, do you know that those people of Lagos, not Lagos State, the people of Lagos, that colony of Lagos, they were given a British passport until lately when they stopped it. Because it was a colony. It was a British colony, like Hong Kong. So that was one of the first places they occupied. They occupied other places and all that. The last one was Benin Empire. It fell.
Yeah.
That was in 1897. After Benin Empire fell, I will say that when that empire fell, there were no agreements that was made between our kings at that time and the British. They now entered into agreement with the Royal Niger Company. Not be Nigeria then they call on that time. Now Royal Niger Company, RNC.
RNC.
So
at the Southern and the Northern Protectorate.
Yes. So that was yes, it was RNC that called it Northern Southern Protectorate and the colony of Lagos.
Okay. Yeah. You historian. Yeah.
Thank you. So that was in 1897, the Benin Empire fell. In 1914, there was amalgamation came together. Then in 1960, we had independence. So what happened here is this. I'm answering your question. Just pay attention carefully. What happened here is that when the British came now, after this annexation of all this whole area, they put it together, they put it under them. They call it Niger area, according to the wife of Lugard, Flora Shaw. Call it Niger area. Fine. Then they came up with a constitution. Not this 1999 constitution. If you remember, for those who read history, there was this little thing constitution. There were so many constitutions that they were rearranging them prior to independence. Even there was what you call the Independence Constitution. After the Independence Constitution, even in 1962, there was another constitution that was made for Nigeria. So all this constitutional arrangement was for one thing, how to rule Nigeria. So now, all our traditional ruler, whether you be a man of Gwandu, you be Yokohyomo, doesn't matter. So, number one, you know what they did? They came up with a law. So let's go. I won't go so that because of time, I won't go too much. But I will just highlight things.
We want to because he's I know you're trying to build
So let me just go straight. In that constitution, they made sure that all traditional rulers in Nigeria, they were under the state. They did not even put it under federal government. So it's not federal government that pays traditional rulers. The state. So every state, they are the state. Who rules the state? It was first of all, it was before we had parliamentary system of government.
The British system.
The parliamentary democracy. Democracy. We had the premier. The premier. We have premier of Western region, premier of Eastern region, then Okpara, Abafemi Awolowo, and all these premier here and there. So now, all traditional institutions in this country entity called Nigeria, Niger area. So the constitution says, and remember that the constitution is the ground norm of the Federal Republic. That is to say, if you are in Ayubo Woliwe Society of Nigeria, you cannot make laws that will be against the constitution of Nigeria. You cannot function even if you in your own house, you cannot function against the constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Even if you are, for example, in a hospital, you be doctor, you get hospital, and they say the Federal Republic of Nigeria says that you cannot transplant some certain part of a human being. You are by law bound by that. If you go against it, wahala come. So what they did is that all our traditional institutions, all of them, they did not exclude one or two. All of them, they were under state, under this premiers. Then from that, these guys came. Major Cardinal Nzeogo in 1966 came up with the coup. Now we have soldiers. The military, they brought in administrators. These administrators were there. So what they did was that they were suspending a certain section of the constitution. That constitution remains, but they suspended some areas that says it is illegal for them to be this and that. That says you have to have Senate, you have to have this, you have to have that. So they suspended some areas. So they were still using this. So under that same soldier or the military, we were still having the state as the people paying our traditional institutions.
Okay.
Fast forward to 1999. 1999 Constitution. If you really look at 1999 Constitution, there were just few things that they removed and added some to what Shagari was using in the presidential system. So now, here we are again. We have seen so many traditional rulers, they've been suspended. By who? Is it the president? No. By their who? State government.
State governor, especially in the north. In fact, everywhere.
Everywhere.
Yeah, except our
Yeah, we can even did that to some traditional rulers.
He removed them.
Yes, some of them. So that idea of paying them and everything. So if the constitution is the ground norm of the country, and this is how they say you should operate. I said something just now that the Supreme Court has given its ruling in Rivers. The only person you can cry to is what? You cry to God.
That is the end. That's
So,
the apex.
The only way any traditional ruler in Nigeria will say, no, we don't want to be under state government. We want to function on our own. We want to bring back our empire. That would be tantamount to secession. You want to lead the country. The federal government will bring its beer on you. But if you are doing that via a referendum, unfortunately, our 1999 constitution did not make provision for a referendum. There's no referendum in 1999. So if one individual become too overbearing, then that will become a problem, because the constitution remains the ground norm here, in the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Mr. OJ, I hope that based on these things that I have put together, you have been able to understand what I'm talking about. That's my take on it. The Constitution of the Federal Republic of Nigeria is the ground norm, and every other traditional institution is under the state government.
Underline that word.
Yeah. So that state government is headed by who? A governor. Okay. Whether it be OKPEBHOLO, whether it be Obaseki, whether it be Agbazikaini, whether it be whoever, that's an office. That's why some of us are crying that OKPEBHOLO is not good enough to occupy that office. That office is big.
No.
It's an office. Under this constitutional democracy, that office is big. You remember one time, they said there's somebody from Ikbubahi. He wants to be something. He wants to be the Sultan of Ikbubahi. Something.
Yes.
Obaseki said, "I will not what."
He had to rain on them.
Yes, I will not, because the Constitution has given him the power. Otherwise, somebody will leave Benin and go to Lagos and say, I'm the Bale here. You will not be recognized as a Bale because when the governor looks at it and says, hey, no. And another thing that let us all of us begin to understand this. Do we know really about the 1978 Land Use Act that took the land from the people, took the land from federal government? Not the federal government get land. That Land Use Act is also embedded in the 1999 Constitution. It took the power of land. That is the reason why Buhari could not establish Ruga. Because if that power was not taken from the federal government and given to the state, Buhari would have gone to Edo State and say, I put Ruga here. Go to Sokoto and say, one Ruga here, this there. But the law does not allow the federal government to own land in Nigeria. Said the land belongs to the people and the governor shall be the custodian. The governor shall be the custodian of that land for the people. That is why it is the governor that signs the certificate of what? Occupancy. Let us know our law so that when we act in certain way, we know that it is in accordance with the laws of the land. Thank you.
Thank you, OJ. You get him. He is saying the facts according to the Constitution. But what we see today, what is playing out, is all these rulers or whatever it's called, it's now interwoven into the government. So now we do not even know who is what they are doing, in whose capacity or in what capacity they are acting. So it has become a problem. The Constitution has laid it just the way you said it, but they are doing otherwise. So that's the problem that we are facing right now. And if we begin to dig into this topic, it will take forever. But like Mr. Ogbe has just laid it, the Constitution is clear. No one has the right to do such. Everyone is supposed to be under. That's why the governor is number one citizen. Everyone is supposed to be under that Constitution. But what is playing out before our eyes right now is like everyone is a governor. Everyone, every institution is interwoven. So among you, governor. So Joy aware exactly. Where so ye just we see your vote. Emeka not been where. I see your vote. The old thing of the KJ. Then I got to
have you oatmeal? Have you oatmeal? You know.
See your vote in here. You have me on modern. See your vote.
Madam. No one more that. Oh my God.
I'm not gonna move. Eric, my goodness, thank you guys. Thank you so much. This has been so explicit. Oh, to answer your question, you were late, but you can go back and watch the broadcast. I came late. Jennifer, her name is Jennifer or something like that. Bokia, if I haven't called you, I welcome you all. I welcome you, Rafo J. You have gained a lot today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Mama Joy, don't go block my teeth. You don't start taking your way of conflicts. Don't be only oats. Don't break my teeth. Ajibola said one thing that I was laughing, but you were talking, so I couldn't talk.
Okay.
Aware. When you call the Obaseki should go Obaseki for president, or when you want buy APC with that Obaseki for president.
No, personally, I will start that movement and I will keep talking about it because we are talking about vision.
A man of vision, man of tomorrow.
About vision. Tomorrow. If you want to, I'm not
Obaseki for president.
I'm not promoting.
When you are Delekwa.
I'm not promoting anybody. When the Edo GIS or something like that was on,
welcome a creative kingdom.
Okay.
Mama, welcome. Where you there since? Thank you so much. Where you are a bit late. And go back to the thing when we finish. Just continue with us right now. Right, David. My me we're seeing. Yari boy on Walaiko. Mama, go like. Continue, sir.
Yeah. So when you talk about vision, until we have a visionary leader, we will not be able to change Nigeria. Let me give an example. I had a property. Somebody when in the time of Obaseki, they said right there they were able to tell that this was a survey number and many things on and on and on and on. So because of his vision, we never needed to go carry file and go and give somebody 1,000 naira or 2,000 naira somewhere to begin to find out something. So we were able to see it right there. Let me relate something. If Obaseki is the president of Nigeria, this one that you go and clear a vehicle in Lagos, you get to Ijebu. Before Ijebu, the Chagam, there's customs over there. They will take money from you. You get to Ijebu, they take money from you. Ore, they take money. Oluku, they take money and no more. Every time you take container or something. See, because we don't have vision. In today's world, we have a global village. A scan, they can just scan and say, okay, this thing has been duly cleared. There's no need.
When will that happen, sir?
It will happen when we have the likes of Obaseki.
And that's way.
Yes, Obaseki is the only person that told Nigerians that Buhari was printing money.
It's going to create.
Yes, I read it in economics long time ago. that when you talk about what is ways and means,
Mm.
ways and means is you go to your central bank. You should not take more than 5% of your central money in your central bank. Every time you do that, you weaken the currency because you are printing more money into circulation. Therefore, there's that economic theory that says too much money chasing new goods, that's equal to inflation.
Yeah, inflation.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Obaseki was sounding the warning. This same APC APC idiots, they were all saying this, but it happened that it is a truth. And now when Buhari, when this one came, Jagaban, he was running back and forth to see what, was trying to find a solution. So when you look at what Obaseki has, the groundwork he laid in Benin City, in Edo State, not just Benin City, in Edo State, when you are able to see, and he had courage. He was able to take so many people head on. That's the reason why they call him Oyomba. He was able to take on so many people.
He just down the consequences. He couldn't, you have to say it the way it is.
It suffices to mention.
You have to say it the way it is.
Yeah. It suffices to mention that someone is at Channels Television. I was watching him. He said the chief of army staff, the chief of naval staff, said the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, said there are some areas you go to in their office. Said there is no container, no ship that comes into the Nigerian waters that you cannot see from these three people. The president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, the chief of naval staff, and the chief of army staff. He said there is no ship that comes into the territorial waters of Nigeria that you cannot see from their office. Saying that people came to steal oil from our territory and they left, he said it means the federal government was not willing to act.
Okay.
So Obaseki had that capacity to act. That's why those people that are saying security vote, today they are in power within a very short period of time. We don't even see the money that is coming out of Edo State. So we need people with vision, capacity, people who can act, who can say, to hell, because so if we have the likes of that man in government in Nigeria, Nigeria will change.
Yeah. Let me take 1, 2, 3 comments and then we will be on our way.
Anthony Ajibola, he's very correct. Lee Kuan Yew. He's at the Lee Kuan Yews of Nigeria.
Obaseki talk what we say? He said, whatever you did, that's so good. Posterity will remember you, sir.
You are the Lee Kuan Yew of Nigeria. We are going to, every time we're talking, we make reference to Lee Kuan Yew. We take mention of Lee Kuan Yew. This is our own Lee Kuan Yew.
Obaseki was like, he was selfless. He gave up himself to serve the people. Yet some Edo people, not all, because we are liberated minds. I can think for myself. I will not allow you to think for me. So I know what is right and what is wrong. You can see reflecting on my, because I'm in my life. It comes on my face. You cannot tell me now, well, I'm going to argue it with you because this is what I see. I have my mind to think for myself. I will not let you take over my mind. So that's why I am liberated. And people with me, my lovelies, you guys are all liberated.
He said,
Anna Maria asking, oh wait, I concur. Anna Maria asking, you be man, be woman. Tell me now, make I call you mama or papa. Yeah, not go they confused. Forward ever. Nigeria. If Obaseki be president, we go prosper. Lao Dao, we know they go back. Obaseki for president, it's too much. The way when we see that guy, won't go rest. You know, because he's a selfless man. He's not to fill his pockets. He's not after his pockets. He's after you. He's after the nation. Building the nation. Building human beings' capacity. Not just building strong men. No. Building institutions. That was what he came for. But
I understand. Sometimes I try to understand. I try to think about him. In this manner. Look at Ambusali came. Yes, of all Ambusali did, one person that calls himself one dictator, Buhari, came and put him in jail. And this is the same Buhari who came, who was ruling Nigeria, and we're seeing ants and monkeys and snakes swallowing money. Yes. So, and this is Ambusali who did a lot for Edo State. You people, you threw him in jail. So I don't understand.
Frederick, Baba. Oh, wait, thank you, my dear sister, for enlightening us through your guest. Thank you, Mr. Ogbe. That's for you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you you've been here before. Joy, why we mama, the matter of Edo, we the good people of Edo love you. Yes. Obaseki. We will keep talking for you because we've never seen a governor, it's a selfless man like you. Exactly. You came not for your pocket, but for the people. Second Jesus, one man. Thank you, Julia Moregio. Oh, wait, thank you, sir. Sonny Demi, what do you talk? Oh, Mayor Iyere, you highly welcome to the platform. Okay, yes, you are right, sir. The video is still there. None of Buhari cabinets could review the truth to Buhari. And at the end, Obaseki was right. Kakabo, stop printing money. Too much money in the circulation causes inflation. Simple. It's not a rocket science anyway. It's not rocket science. Too much money causes trillions. What can trillions buy?
Nothing.
What can trillions buy?
Nothing.
They're talking about trillions. They are talking about trillions. What can he buy for you? What can he do? Yeah. Yes.
Oh my God.
Hey guys, we are leaving soon. Today we'll play about Aswe song. If you know you haven't given me a like, you haven't liked, you haven't subbed, this is the right time, because after now you go sales go come out, you come pay. Eric, where you tell them say they go pay if they not do it now. Oh yeah, area mama, I hail you. Peter Redo, Baba, now you they come. We don't chop mommy side west so. Mama Joy, no, ask her. Mama Joy, take mama yero laughing and then get able. Wagumeto. Anointed baby. Yahweh say. Hey, somebody don't surprise me today. Austin Norman, €11.99. I said, Monarch bang bay for her. Come on for road. Monarch bang bay. When you are there.
Thanks a lot.
Monday. See your 40. I make up about there. What take out we can see Gidi Yebudo. About there, Austin, Baba, we hail you. Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thanks. Yeah, thanks a million.
God, we fill that pocket back in millions. Thank you so much. I appreciate. If you want to gift us, please, you can go down on the button on your right. Mama Joy know where it is because na customer. You go down right there. You get one square way there. You go pull hand. You give area mama and Mr. Ogbe. Now that's not the platform. Now we take the subscribe. Thank God say we not the lean on YouTube to chop. But now the platform we they say can subscribe so that we feel they bring you now this obonge news. A news in what do my man no sooner na you po ya na. Thank you, Austin. Creative Kingdom, thank you so much. You guys are a lot here, but let me see a lot of likes so that it will now conform with the numbers that are watching. Some are on, but they are not right there. I don't know why. So I want to give you guys the last video. We don't need to talk, we just need to laugh, and then we can now sing and go. You know why? You know Philip here.
And when we make statement about these people in-house, Oshomole will tell us that he doesn't have the control of police. So these people, he needs to empower these people to help him sustain governance. And when we came in, we said we're taking government to the next level, and we will have to eradicate this toggery aspect of governance. We have to take governance back to the people, and we have to return revenue, which Oshomole used to pacify these talks to be able to sustain his government, back to the local government. And that was where the major problem started with us and Oshomole. He insisted that we should allow these talks to continue to collect revenue of the state. And we said, no, we have to find something for these talks to do. We can no longer tolerate where talks will be the one collecting revenue and they block the road. People, they smash people with screen if they don't pay certain levy. At a time, even your radio in your car, they will stop you on the way and say you have to pay for the radio inside your car when they discover there's nothing else to pay for. That was how the government was before we came on board. We have cleaned up all this. All the CDAs where what in the they call the omonile. If you want to build a house from foundation, you pay. If you don't pay, they seize the implements that the workers are using. All those ones were all the infantry Oshomole was talking about. And during his own era, these people, it was a nightmare for Edo people. As a government that promised to take governance to the next level and make Edo a peaceful state, we decided to take that aspect out. And that aspect has actually sustained and maintained peace in Edo, and Edo people are happy for it. But unfortunately, the Godfather is not interested in that. He feels that we are dismantled.
So everything he said here, where is it now? Mogijena, he has started to eat his poop, right? So
I want to make a bold prediction.
Go ahead, sir.
If Aswan becomes Edo State governor, I know he definitely will follow in the footsteps of Obaseki.
Yes.
When votes actually they count in Edo State, Oshomole cannot win to be a senator representing Edo North.
Okay.
Oshomole does not have what it takes to win to become senator in Edo North. That man is not politically relevant anymore. His era and time is gone. It's just a matter of time. We will all see this. If Monday OKPEBHOLO decides to go back and run to be a senator in Esan land, the Esan people will not vote for him. Dennis Idahosa will not win election in Ovia anymore, because we have seen what they are capable of doing. The people are watching. God designed the human mind in such a way that we don't forget, unless those people who maybe after going through some operation or some certain illness. Otherwise, we don't forget. Oshomole cannot win. I'm not saying that he will be wigged out. Oshomole, if there's truly a one-man, one vote, Oshomole cannot win elections anymore. The Asan people will not vote for OKPEBHOLO.
No.
Because it's a disgrace to this. Dennis will not also win. So that's my predictions.
Philippi, your phone Philippi. No. Thank you, sir. So we want to just very soon the court judgment is coming, but they are meeting on the 4th. Is it 4th or 3rd? Well, correct me. For just a meeting. That's not the day of judgment. That's the day they're going to announce when the judgment will be. Yes. So let's just keep, giving Aswe and Oge the love. And again, PDP, please hear us. We are progressives. We are not in that party. Anyone no mudia say mudia ke. Please speak up against the ills. Do not hide your face. And again, let's give Abat Obaze kudos on this platform.
Great job. Yeah.
Abat Obaze is doing so well. Speaking of Creative Kingdom, let's talk about Nigeria. Joy Asemota, Achibola, you guys are on fire. Eric, Wayawese, your voice. If you don't have a platform, coming into our platform is also a voice. Do a video, send it to me. I will post it. See my face. I'm not thief, so I know the hide them. Send it to me. I will post it. If you are shy, then use your voice. Type. We will send you all the people. You are speaking up too. Wayawese. All the people wait day here, all of them, not too many. Worker nursing, not too many. Use your voice just like a Paugbe and we are doing. So need me. Use your voice. Wayawese kakabo. So make I play this song. May we send Aswe some love. Say we there behind them Mogidigba. Nothing shake. So our people are scared, sir. They are scared of I don't think anything can change the form EC8A. Nothing can change it. The form EC8A is there. The certified copy, they are all there. What can change it? They said they are just emptying the coffers right now to go bribe the judges. I don't know. But in my way, that form will not change. And judge you people should just be rest assured. We have what it takes to win this case. Thank you, my people. Thank you so much. Now play in one, then we now do farewell. And
all right.
Yes. Okay. So Emma now. I swear we present. I swear, show up.
If we not be men we sabi, we no go vote any other person. If we not be PDP, we no go vote any other party. That's why Rodalo man we sabi. You got better of them all. Now him go lead us to the promised land. That's why Rodalo for governor. Okay, na correct man we sabi. Deputy material 1 million yards. He go follow lead us to the promised land. With Aswe Rodalo, he sure for us. Forward ever go. If Aswe there we go prosper. Alagodao we know they go back. Aswe Rodalo for governor. Forward ever go. Mama, if Aswe there we go prosper. Alagodao we know they go back. Aswe Rodalo for governor. Sure you go vote for PDP. Oh yes. PDP. Oh yes. Vote Rodalo. Oh yes. For integrity. Oh yes. Business go better. Oh yes. Put food on table. Oh yes. He go better mama. Oh yes. He go better papa. Oh yes. He go better pikin. Oh yes. For better road. Oh yes. Forward ever go. Be fast when there we go prosper. Alagodao we know they go back. Aswe Rodalo for governor. Forward ever go. Be fast when there we go prosper. Alagodao we know they go back. Aswe Rodalo for governor. Forward ever.
We don't sing for Aswe today. Now the love be that. No, kakabo. So we want to call it a day. And you know, I always come by your way during the week. Ogba is not available. So I'll drop short video there. 10. Ogba sorry, I say 15. But so you have a ninya, say 20. No, if I when your parrot man, I got a nana, or the way to stretch here. I love you, no. I'm Mario Maggie by any. So, no, na go watch am mo. Mona they I don't tell you na say na voice be that. We are representing your voice. Mona they talk. Make them they see and say, not be everybody brain they tie for granted. Now is liberated. You have a liberated soul. You have a liberated mind. Nobody can tie you down. Why you always say kakabo? So we want to call it a day. Marvin, well, Edo State for now is not the right place to travel to. When I see the palace of the suspended Enigis and their environment, I ask what the usefulness of being a Nigi. Not encouraging. No, no, where's say me? Where's your head? Well, where's say Baba? Where I could give me, Baba, oh ma, why I promise I will come by your way. So please, if you haven't liked, if you haven't loved, this is the right time. Here will leave you a message. Sonny Debbie, what you talk? Away Felicia Ibun and Obioma Taylor called Oshomumu. No conscience. They lie effortlessly and shamelessly. Aware and shamelessly. Today, what's going on Agberoism in Edo? Foolish Philip. Philip, your phone. You know what I want to collect? So I don't print my shirts. Or phone Philip Agmeyo. He can and I will phone APC. So you got joy. You hear me? You joy. You joy. Or we went home. You joy. Or phone Philip. Why you get? And then I'll do a case. Hell. Hey, why you have to let the level now? Therefore, phone Philip. You jacket there you. So I dey pray. I want to collect my shirt. When I go do now, phone Philip. Because all phone. Una do well, oh. My last comment. Jennifer Samuel, we thank you for your great work, area mama, and Mr. Okpe. So please catch me during the week. God bless you all. Catch me. Thank you so much. Adi Okpe. I'll see you.
All right, cheers. Thank you very much. I want to thank all our viewers.
Guys, I love you. So let's go back to our normal duties. So I gotta go. I want to go market. Make I go nice to see. Do well, God bless you.
Beautiful and glorious and